All right, welcome back to the SSL Family Dad channel on the last video of 2018. I've already been planning and plotting and organizing things and getting ready for all the projects to come in early 2019. So hopefully you guys are excited as I am about those things. So we have lived here for just over 2 years in the new house, and we've actually kind of, I guess you'd say, farmed for our first year in 2018. The first year we were just kind of getting things set up and testing things out and messing around with a little bit here and there. But this year, 2018, we actually had a full year of what I would consider farming. So we had a lot of things that we did. So let's go through what did we accomplish this year. So the first thing we did in 2018 in January, in fact, I think it was about January 4th or 5th, right after the new year started, I got out here in the snow and started building this greenhouse. For those of you who've been following along, you'll know that that kind of ended in, well, it started off in a disaster. Snowstorm came out of nowhere and dropped about 9 inches of snow on us before the greenhouse was finished and supported properly, and it fell into a pile of bent PVC pipe and plastic. And so although this project started off kind of rough, we were able to get it fixed up and re-supported with a new beam down the center, and we're able to use this greenhouse to start seedlings and other things last year. So just about as soon as I got the greenhouse finished, we started our maple syrup operation in February, March, and beginning of April. I had a goal of harvesting over 1,000 gallons of sap this year. We tapped almost 70 trees with like 120 or 130 taps total. And we came just short of our goal. We were almost at 900 gallons of sap. So this year we plan to double what we did last year. So look forward to that. Hopefully we can make it. We also started in 2018 our kind of breeding operations. We had our American guinea hogs bred for the first time and gave birth to 8 healthy little piglets. Those were sold off except for 3 of them, which we're saving for pork. We will harvest our first actual pork next year in early 2019 or mid 2019, and so we're excited for that. We also started our kind of full breeding operation of our goats. We have our Nigerian dwarf and pygmy cross goats here, and so we bred a lot of goats this year. We had over 16 babies, maybe 18. I lost track. We plan to expand that this year, as well as our pig breeding operation, and so we'll expand those herds and hopefully be able to make kind of a more sustainable living off of those animals this year. Also started breeding out chickens last year, and I've done some videos on this. We have been hatching out our own chicks over the past year, and that's been working out really well for meat for us as well as eggs. 2018 was a huge gardening year for us. We had a great harvest from our own kitchen garden, as well as we expanded a huge new patch of gardening space that we used for sweet corn this year, as well as another patch of gardening space in the back for our pumpkin patch. Both of those did very well, although we had a dry year and learned a lot. Hopefully can improve upon the harvest next year quite a bit, especially with the pumpkin patch. We're way short of our goal of growing 1,000 pumpkins, and so hopefully this year we can do a better job of that and get some bigger pumpkins and more of them hopefully this year. So started a lot of seedlings here as well. Over 1,100 seedlings we started in the house and out here in the greenhouse. Sold some seedlings at a roadside stand, as well as planted out and got our whole garden started, and gave some away to friends and family and other things like that. We plan to expand that this year also and utilize the greenhouse a lot better. We're going to be heating it in here, and so we'll be able to start seedlings hopefully even more. Maybe we'll try to double that this year for our own garden and for sales as well. Lots of pallet projects in 2018. Man, we started off with over 100 pallets this year, and I have burned through those and plus some. I've gotten several loads of pallets. We've built pallet animal shelters. We built the giant pallet raised bed, the 99-cent raised bed I call it. We've built pallet hay feeders for our pigs and for our goats. Lots of pallet projects around here. I've built also things that you haven't seen on camera. I built hunting deer blinds and other things from pallets, and we built the pallet roadside stand. Lots of things we built with pallets this year. This year I plan to build my biggest pallet structure yet, and that will be our new sugar shack that will be attached to the greenhouse. I'll be starting that very, very soon as well in the next couple weeks, and I need to get that going so we can get it done before February hits, and so look forward to that coming out here early in the year. Along with those new animal shelters, we built 2 of those pallet animal shelters out here in new pastures that we created. We've actually added electric fencing around our barnyard. We added electric fencing around our 2 front pastures. We added a second pasture for separating animals, breeding, and for our pigs right now. And we'll be adding this year another 1 or 2 pastures out of the big area that we have here to house more animals and separate more animals out and all that kind of good stuff. So we also built a brand new goat mothering area out here attached to the side of our barn, small pasture that's attached to some stalls that we can separate out goats for them to give birth, and pigs as well during that time. So they've got a little grassy area and a little place to keep warm and dry. So the 2018 hay season was a huge success. We harvested quite a few bales of hay off the hay fields here. Although it was a dry season, we got a little less than we did our first year. Still plenty of hay for us to sell some excess, recoup all of our investment costs for equipment and twine and fuel and all that stuff. And then we were able to save enough hay for all of our animals throughout the winter time. 2018, as well as every year, was filled with wood collection. Lots of wood collecting videos. We gave in and threw in the towel on our outdoor wood burner, so we are no longer using it. 2018 was the year that we retired that. It will get moved out to the greenhouse here in the next few weeks, and we'll be using that to heat this area during the night and colder days like today when it's cloudy, so we can grow things in here, hopefully almost year round. We'll see how much wood we burn, but that'll be the plan for that. But with that came the installation of our brand new indoor wood stove, the Vermont Bunbaker XL, which we have absolutely loved. It's roaring inside right now, keeping us nice and warm. We have not used our propane furnace 1 single time this year, and we have burned almost 25% of the amount of wood that we burned last year in the outdoor wood burner. So huge success with that, and we'll continue to show you guys that and cooking with it and all kinds of things. So the past year was a busy one for us. We actually have gotten a lot done. We've gotten a lot of additions, a lot of renovations, a lot of things fixed up and added to, and our operation just continues to kind of scale up slowly here. As money's available, as resources are available, we'll continue to expand this operation. It takes a long time and a lot of work to get a farm set up from just about nothing. I mean, we started with a barn and some very minimal pastures, but we're really starting from scratch here, and so it takes a lot of time to get all these operations going. And every year, you know, if I can double or at least improve upon each one of those systems that we have in place for the animals or the syrup or the seedlings or whatever, we'll be able to kind of make better income and provide more for ourselves that way. So super excited for 2019. We've got so many great projects planned, and I just can't wait to get into improving on all the things we did last year. Maple syrup's one of the things I'm probably most excited about, and so hopefully you guys are too. Can't wait to take you guys along for our journey here, the path to self-reliance and self-sustainability, financially, as well as with all the food and other things that we're producing here. And so I'm looking forward to spending another year with you guys that have been following along with us. So, and as always, thanks for watching, and have a good 2019.